toilet here, but you push up on that button to flush it. That's something I haven't seen before. I always like when I see a new toilet that I haven't seen before. It's the little things in life, people. I'm intrigued.
The more you know. Ciao, buongiorno.
Good morning.
Day number 10.
What? Double digits?
Double digits. And we figured out that yesterday we hit 100 kilometers of actual walking. We should have hit it sooner, but you know, we had those couple of taxi days.
The beginning was hard.
The beginning was really rough, especially with the illness. Have to go back and look at those videos if you don't know what we're talking about. Today we are walking 17 kilometers from Sansepolcro to Citerna, and then on to a little agroturismo just outside of Citerna.
It has a swimming pool and a bar.
I wasn't gonna tell him about that. I was gonna let it be a surprise.
It's all I can think about right now. It's literally what got me out of bed.
Maybe I will finally get my Negroni.
And I had a bath last night, so I'm pretty happy, but
oh my
cool.
gosh. Last night, we went to a restaurant that was closed. Google Maps said it wasn't. They said we're closed until Friday. So we just kept walking because we're thinking, you know, having flashbacks of lunch when we couldn't find a restaurant open.
So we were literally just looking for the next thing that was open.
So just down the block, there was another place. It was open.
There was a menu on the outside.
Menu looked really reasonable.
Looks good.
Walk in the door, and hanging on a mirror in the entryway to the restaurant is a sign that says they are in the Michelin Guide. Well, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, especially because we went there because the prices were reasonable.
Because it looked reasonable. It was this beautiful little restaurant, family trattoria. Then the woman that was running the restaurant it's been in her family since 1807. And let me tell you, they know what they're doing.
She's been doing this a long time. And the little heart, hold on. Little heart on my backpack. These are handmade hearts because she has been on television a lot sharing the story of the food in Sansepolcro. We even met a couple American guys from New York. It was a great night.
Not pilgrims, technically. So we ended up eating 4 courses with wine, and guess how much we spent?
Buongiorno.
What do you think? Michelin restaurant,
Buongiorno.
4 courses, $98. That's dollars, not euros. So incredible food. Honestly, one of the best meals we've had, better than any of the restaurants we ate at in Florence, to be honest with you. Yeah. So you just never know what you're gonna find.
I think this is our specialty. We wander into things accidentally. We like it.
Now.
Oh my gosh, show them this castle-looking thing in front of us.
A lot going on here. What we need to find right now is breakfast. So andiamo.
Let's go. Buongiorno.
A frequent question we get is, where do you go to the bathroom on the trail? Fortunately, on the Via di Francesco, there are bathrooms everywhere.
There's one right
You could go to the bathroom right there. You could go to the bathroom right there. You could really go to the bathroom just about anywhere you wanted to.
Just make sure that no one's watching.
Yeah. Michelle had to stop somewhere yesterday. And it was as we were walking into a village.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Michelle has to stop often.
She stopped at a place. We were walking into a village, I think it was 2 days ago. And she's like, okay, I got to go right now. And so she was kind of going on the side of a barn. And then I realized that there was a security camera sign. So I don't know if it was on camera or not. We're going to hope it wasn't.
You didn't tell me that. Bottom line is, wherever you go, I guess make sure first there's no security camera, but leave no trace. So please don't leave toilet paper on the side of the trail.
Ooh, no.
I use a cooler cloth, pictured right here. And that is has been working out really well for me. If you don't have one, shake it off, ladies.
Hey, there's a link in the description, how to get your own. Because no sharing on those.
Wish that was gallons, but it's only a liter.
Under the philosophy of trust your sources but always verify, we are using 2 different sets of GPS tracks that match 2 of the guidebooks that we're using. One is the Cicerone guidebook by Sandy Brown. The other is the Village to Village guidebook by, I don't remember his name. Those links are also down in the description below. The GPX tracks that came with those 2 sources, I've uploaded into the Gaia app. And that way I can see both of them at the same time.
Super smart, Brian.
Thank you.
Bonus points today.
Super smart until they don't agree with one another.
But then it's super smart. You have both.
The Village to Village guidebook had us turning a while back in a place that did not say to turn, for number 1. But it also, the tracks did not describe what the guidebook described. So we followed Sandy Brown. Seemed to be smart, thanks Sandy. Because while that road was not someplace I'd want to walk all day long,
I don't know. It
wasn't bad.
It had Camino de Santiago vibes to it. I just love the synergy of people. When you're walking this route, if you're walking this route, the biggest thing to know is that so far from Florence, we've had a significant amount of trail and lack of civilization.
Yeah, so walking through a city is kind of nice.
Yeah, so that's the only reason. It's just, I enjoy the noise for a minute.
We have officially now left the city limits of Sansepolcro, though, just now. And of course, that means we are now in the industrial zone, which is often some of the least pleasant walking because of just the noise and the fumes. And
when I say I like the noise, I don't necessarily mean industrial, but you know what the noise does? It distracts my brain from all of the pain I'm feeling in all the parts of my body. So I like having things to look at outside of my, just the nature. Outside of just the nature.
Just the nature?
Yeah, but
you only get so much nature,
There's Laverna, Pieve, my hand injury, Sansepolcro, Citerna,
Citerna Castello, Pietro Lunghio,
Gubbio,
Bafrabica.
yeah, we're going here, and then Assisi.
That's pretty much our route.
I mean, besides we started way up here in Florence.
Yes, we do occasionally see other pilgrims. They are from Italy.
In the Tuscan region.
In Tuscany, which is where we are right now. Technically, we're still in Tuscany. Although just over that hill is Umbria, which is where we'll be finishing our day.
They are walking Laverna to Assisi.
And they are walking Laverna.
They can hear me.
Yeah, you're right. And he was asking, we were comparing patches on our backpacks.
I love it.
So he said that the Camino Português is his next goal.
Gosh, that would be so different compared to here.
Behind us, that's Tuscany. Right there in front of us, that's Umbria. We are literally standing on the border right now, or walking across.
I was going to say,
there was no welcome sign. They did not give me a glass of Chianti. But we've crossed into a new province. Our vacation of a walk along the flat valley floor has ended. We start to climb.
I feel sad about it because I know our kilometers per hour is going to go down significantly. And it's getting warmer.
But on the plus side, only about 4 kilometers to lunch. We are walking up to another grove of olive trees. Our first time in Italy, we had heard about all of the olives that we'd be walking by and everything. We were thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to serve us olives all the time. And neither one of us liked olives. So we spent a year training ourselves to like olives.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me when we trained ourselves to like coffee.
Yeah, and then guess what happened? Here in Tuscany and Umbria, they grow a lot of olives. You don't eat them, they're for oil. All of the olives that they grow to eat are actually in southern Italy and Greece. So actually up here, you hardly ever get olives in your food.
But we've trained, so now we have to go to southern Italy and Greece.
And we do like olives.
We had this beautiful 14-minute kilometer going, wonderful. And now we have to climb the hill. Our next town is way up there, and it's in like 3 kilometers. And it's so steep. Our pace is about to slow down significantly. And you could see, this isn't too bad, but it's about to get bad.
We have come to another place where the 2 sets of lines on the map disagree. So the red line on the left is the sandy brown route. It stays on the road. The orange route on the right is the village to village route, which is going on to that gravel road and then eventually some trail. Both ways are equally about the equal distance. Both ways are equally equal in elevation climb, but we know the road is easier to walk than the gravel. So Sandy, you win this time. Okay, following you again.
I say twice today. Sandy Brown for the win twice today.
All right, so that's us. Let's go. One kilometer to go, but there's the edge of town on the outside. Hey dude, don't stop now, you're almost there. We have made it to Citerna. We found a little bar that we think we're gonna be able to get sandwiches at, but Michelle has a Coke Zero.
With ice in it.
I have a beer, a Spain beer from the tap, which does not break any rules because we are exactly 5K from our lodging.
Self-induced rules. There are no rules in the Camino. You know what we can see right now? Everything but our destination.
About another kilometer up this road.
Uphill at the end of a hot day. It's been a great day. But of course, at the end of the day, hills and heat make me mad.
Boo.
Let's go.
We have made it to Liburn.
Look at the view to the left.
Look at the view to the left. We were down there.
We've been all over there.
And now we're up here.
We're up here.
Let me just say, I hope I don't have to lug that bag up any stairs.
Let me just say, if that pool's not working, oh, it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. Yeah.
The next time you see us, we are going to look a whole lot happier.
Oh man, I'm happy right now, but even more happy. Right now, I gotta find the front door.
We've had some cold water. We've had some lemon water. We've had some frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
We've gotten all the instructions and we've ordered our dinner.
It was quite challenging.
All in Italian, thank you, Google Translate.
And now,
Here's our room.
this beautiful room. It's big.
There's a swimming pool, but it is required that you wear a swim cap. So please know that if you travel in Europe, at least where we've been, in the countries we've been, you always have to have a swim cap, and if you don't, they sell it to you.
Michelle, we did all this work to get the screens working and the windows open.
I'm gonna be sipping on drinks.